Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with Bath City Football Club here at Rawslowgaming, where we're trying to take them to the top of the Premier League and beyond. So far we are, well, I'm not really quite sure what season we're in anymore actually, but we are having our first season where we are actually kind of competitive in a national league, so one league up from the bottom of the available tier system here in Football Manager. So doing all right, I guess, but we could maybe do better, of course, and that is what we're trying to do here, steadily but surely. Let's check out the scouting meeting here, and let's see here. Wallace here seems like a decent player, at least according to himself. Unfortunately, he's playing attacking midfielder, which is a position we don't really use in our squad, which is a shame, so can't really scouting, or we can, but no real reason to doing that at all, unfortunately. And you will continue here in this game towards, or in this episode towards the next game that is against Barrow, who are 19th in the league. We are playing away though, but should be a pretty easy game here, hopefully. But we'll see that very shortly, I guess. When you're here, remember to smash that like button if you enjoy our raw, unedited stuff here, and also, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button as well, so you're not missing out on any of the new content that we bring to you daily here at Rawslowgaming. And with that said, we will be moving our way here slowly but surely and towards the next match day here. So guys, what do you think of this format? If you have any comments, thoughts about this episode or the format that we are doing stuff here and anything like that, do leave a comment. It's very much appreciated, and I read everything, of course, and also reply to most things. Well, if it's some things that might be a little bit hard to reply to, if it's just good job, but it's very heartwarming and much appreciated any comments that are in. And let's see here, we got another offer here for Charles, and we can react this offer this time as well. And yeah, can't do too much about Wakeling here. I do believe he's a player that don't really want to come to us on a loan. Yeah, we can't do more loans anyway, so doesn't really matter, but I think Wakeling have reacted our loan offer before, and that's why he were shortlisted, or we get information about that there were an offer for him, or transfer, not transfer, a loan offer from him from another club. And our pre-match tactical advice here from John Parkin is nothing really special. We have our regular mentality to change to attacking and increase attack, do this and get stuck in. And yeah, I don't really want to do any of those. So we won't, and according to the bookmakers here, we are very much favorites for the game, so that's nice. We have a lot of players that are now homegrown, so that's pretty nice as well. Let's check things out here. And the training for last week were 7.59, so pretty decent stuff there. Not too bad and not too good, or rather it's actually pretty darn good. Iverson improving here on a lot of stats, which is pretty nice. Not too much in any of the key stats though, and he's a lone player, so it doesn't matter too much really for us. Poncelli here actually improving a little bit on some key stats, so that's pretty nice. He's been getting better here in jumping reach especially, and having these stats a little bit more together. So that's decent overall. Do we have any more players that are really improving here to note? No, not really, or we do here actually, with Jordan making some good improvements here. Unfortunately, not at a great enough pace, I would say, to develop at the pace that we need for the higher leagues. And no player there that we could criticize. We had a few players that we'd like to criticize, but we couldn't. Don't know quite why that's the case. That you don't are able to criticize the players sometimes. I really don't understand that. I guess development choice to make that in the game, so you can't criticize the players for their training performance if they are unhappy or whatever it is. That is the reason that we can't do it. I really don't understand. So anyway, let's put de Havilland back into the squad instead of Stewart. And then we have Oiberne, Haynes, Iverson, Oliver and Ponticelli. That should be correctly. We do have Arloy, but he's still injured, so not really looking to change him out. Jordan and Akinola is correct in the defense, so we have the correct players on the pitch. And all players in good condition here, so we'll go to the match and kick things off. And let's kick off on play here. And we'll start right off on the first highlight away there, and actually a real first highlight here in the first minute. The ball to Iverson, passes to Charles here, and he will pass it wide to Bolton, passes it up to Oyebode on the right to Charles, and he crosses it in to de Havilland in the middle to Oyebode on the right hand side, and the cross is failed, but gets back to Bolton and passes into Charles and to de Havilland in the middle, bringing the ball forward and shooting just wide of the goal there. Very good stuff there by the team, and get second highlight here in the 6th minute, so not much longer after that. And the ball up to Ponticelli playing it wide to Oyebode, and Oyebode bringing it forward. Can he cross it proper this time? Yeah, and it's toward Iverson, and it's a goal for Bassett here, and we take the lead 1-0. Here in the 6th minute, so a very good start for Bassett here, and good play by Oyebode, finding that long ball, and Iverson there very free and a decent header, pretty much straight into the middle of the goal. So don't know exactly what the keeper did there, but don't matter too much. We do have a chance here straight away in the 8th minute though for Barrow, and that player certainly got into the penalty box way too easy, but our keeper there making a good save. So a little bit of a slower time here in the match after that very hectic beginning. Barrow actually up to almost the same level there for a little while in terms of shots and everything, but we do have the next highlight here in the 14-minute mark, very shortly at least. The ball to de Havilland, passing it wide to Bolton, passing it into Charles to Oyebode here on the right hand side, passing to Charles in the middle and getting dispossessed 2 times there, and a chance for a counter, but getting intercepted by our players, but they get the ball back, and here is the counter and a shot, and it's a goal for Barrow there in the 40th minute, unfortunately, and it's all equalized, which is not ideal at all, what we were looking at here to get just before the end of the first half. And yeah, very well struck shot there, so can't say too much about that, other than I guess our defenders should maybe have been doing better there, but I guess that weren't the case there, so that's alright. And the scoreline then after one half, 1-1, shots 7-5, shots on target 5-3, possession 54-46%. So a decent first half here for Bath versus Barrow, but we should be able to do better, I feel. If we're looking on the stats of the players, we have Poncelli, who aren't having his best game. So we'll say to him that we are not happy with the performance, and hopefully he can up his game here in the second half. Other than that, I think we'll just as usual wait for the 60-minute mark or so to make some substitutions, and hopefully they can bring some action before that, but I guess that's not the case because we already passed the 60-minute mark here. So let's see what substitution we will do. So I think we'll take Charles off as he's pretty tired. He's having a pretty good game overall though, but yeah, I think we'll take him off. I don't really want to switch around in the defense for this match, so I won't. Instead, we'll actually take off Ponticelli, who haven't really improved here in the second half, and we'll put in Brandt here and play him as a target man. And actually, we'll switch our team instructions. No, actually not the team instructions, but our mentality here up to attacking. And we have a highlight going on though here in the 68th minute. Iverson with the ball and a long ball up towards Oliver, and he almost scores there from no angle at all, but the keeper saves unfortunately. But let's see here, Stewart with the corner, maybe we can get something out of this. On the ball out to Iverson, and Stewart getting a second chance here with the cross. That doesn't come, he passes in to Bolton instead, and Bolton is dispossessed, and the ball up to Jordan here, and Jordan bringing the ball forward again. Unfortunately it's intercepted there again on the pass, and a chance for a counter-attack here for Barrow, and it's a shot, and it's into the post, and very nearly they got their hands on the rebound there. So very shaky performance here at the moment, and we'll shout here, show some passion, and we'll also demand more very shortly here if nothing more happens. And we are entering the 88th minute here, and another highlight, and it looks like it will be for Barrow here, playing it wide here on the left hand side, and the cross is in, and it's headed out to safety, but not really safety, since they are still having control of the ball here, Barrow, and passing it back and forth just outside the penalty area. And let's see here, will they get the chance? And there is the chance, and it's just wide of the post. So very nearly a goal there. We'll do a shout, demand more. I don't really think it will be enough time to do so, and also at the moment I think this will be the highlight for the final whistle, and a decent chance there, or actually a very good chance, but a poor finish from our player there in the striker position, or the player, striker position. I don't know if it were one of our strikers, but really should have done better there maybe. We'll end this game in a draw, I guess. Yeah, there is the final whistle, so the scoreline after full time, 1-1 for Bath City versus Sparrow. Shots 12-15, shots on target 9-9, and possession 52-48%. So definitely feel like we should have done better in this match, but a draw is better than a loss, of course, but yeah, we should be able to do better. Our players are all doing all right, I guess, but the defense not doing too good, and not our attackers either. So our midfield doing quite all right though. So yeah, I really don't know what to say other than that we weren't too good. And after that match we dropped down to 4th in the table, 4 points off from the league leader, so we did take in 1 point to the league leaders, so that's good of sorts, I guess. But yeah, we had the chance there to definitely be even closer. Next game coming up here is against Hartlepool United, who are 7th in the league, so will be a little bit tougher. And again, we are playing as an away team, and this is pretty close between the matches, so probably we'll need to use a couple of our players that are usually on the bench to start the match. But we'll see here very shortly what we need to do with the lineup for the match against Hartlepool. So let's check this out. And the pre-match tactical advice from our assistant manager John Parking, nothing special to note here. And decent turnout apparently for this match here against Hartlepool are expected, and according to the bookmakers we are slightly underdogs for the match. Let's see here. Player development advice, we should not really do anything. Current ability, Sean's being now a good Vanilla national player according to our assistant manager, which is good. And our manager support is excellent, which is also very nice, and Adloy is actually now fit to play, so that's good, but I don't think he's he's still injured and having 90%, so he's a little bit low here. And speaking about low, we have Iverson, Oibode and Akinola and Bolton, at least, who are very low in terms of their condition. So let's switch things around here. So for Iverson we'll play Gray instead, and we'll actually play O'Connor instead of Oyewode as well. So we'll also switch our tactics here. So we'll play through the middle. We'll play a little bit narrow. Should be alright. And let's see here. So Akinola definitely needs to rest here, so we'll play Tavares instead. Bolton should be alright. We could, of course, play a merge. Maybe we'll actually do that. Yeah, we'll play merge instead of Bolton for this match. Yeah, I think that will be everything. Yeah, that should be alright. Yeah, let's go to the match here. And just go to kick off and play straight away. And the first highlight, as usual, and nothing special at all, but a free kick, or even maybe a yellow card there early. No, not the case, so that's good at least. First highlight here in the 5th minute, merged with the throw-in and O'Connor with the ball, and it's a cross-in and it's a goal for Bassett here, and actually an own goal from Jordan Butler in Hartlepool that tried to deflect or send that cross out, I guess, from the danger zone, but actually it was in his bag, so didn't really try to do anything. But a lucky cross there that bounced the right way for us there. So a very good start to the game. And next highlight here in the 17th minute. And Hartlepool with the ball driving it up here in the midfield. And actually we are able to dispossess Hartlepool. We have the ball up to the right hand side on the counter, up to Ponticelli. Ponticelli versus the keeper, and it's a goal for Bath City here, taking the lead 2-0 in the 17th minute. And what a goal that were, actually. Very nice stuff there. A good counter and very quick cross there actually from O'Connor, and super receiving there by Ponticelli. A very good yeah, receiving the ball, taking down the ball, since that cross weren't perfect, and he got an opponent against him very close by there. And next highlight here in the 27th minute, and we managed to snatch up that loose ball. Unfortunately, losing that ball as we pass it up higher, but getting it back and getting dispossessed again. So the chance for Hartlepool to make a counter attack here actually, and Hinchcliffe there, and Ferren Bash, and it's a goal for Bassett here. And Hinchcliffe, that actually makes me think of something totally else. Actually, IndyCar and Marcus Ericsson's teammate. If you're any sort of interested in motorsports and a Swede, you might know that Ericsson is a driver that have been driving in Formula 1 for the last 5 years before this season, but this season got moved to IndyCar, or rather didn't get a new contract with Sauber for the season, and he just, as I'm recording this, took his first podium last Sunday, so I'm actually very, very glad for him, and unfortunately did miss to see it live though, which is really a shame. I've seen quite a lot of the races before and this one, but missed out on that one, so it's a little bit of a shame. But enough talk of that, which are not on the subject. We'll try to blend in some more real life stuff though, and some things like how you think the Premier League will actually go throughout the season and things like that. But I'm not really too much into the actual football and actually following how it's actually going in real life. I much prefer playing it myself, my own way, so to say. But anyway, after one half, then the scoreline 2-1 for Bassett versus Hartlepool. Shots 3-6, shots on target 3-2, and possession 59-41%. So definitely are playing pretty good here. We are way under in shots though. Shots on target is up, but I feel like Hartlepool maybe have come in and been able to deliver a little bit too many shots. But overall here, looking at the ratings, we are doing good on the players, so it shouldn't be too big of a problem, and hopefully we can keep it together here in the second half and bring this win in. It's definitely something we can use and sort of need here in the battle, at least if we're trying to aim for winning the league. We should probably need to play a little bit better than we did in example for the last match against Barrow, but we'll see. We do have a highlight going on here again, and again the ball to Hinchcliffe here in the 51st minute, and the ball here wide again for Hartlepool and bringing it into the middle, and what a chance here for Hinchcliffe, and it's a goal for Hartlepool United, and the scoreline now 2-2 for Bassett versus Hartlepool. And yeah, really nice passing play. Oh, sorry for that. I'm sorry, so much sorry actually for that, but a little bit of a yawn just came from nowhere. But yeah, great passing play there by the opponents, and not too much to do. Could probably do a little bit better with the markings and so on, but yeah, it's alright. And next highlight here in the 54th minute, and Hartlepool with the chance here. It looked like, at least, but the ball going pinball actually now, and a long ball up to Oliver. Oliver versus the keeper, and he shoots just over the border instead of choosing to pass, which he really should have done, to Poncelli, who were totally free there. So definitely feel like that were a poor choice from our player. Yeah, we'll see, and we will do some substitutions straight after this highlight here, and we are in the 65th minute, and the ball going down to your keeper, and with a goal kick, more or less, and the ball going a little bit back and forth, and the ball to Haviland, up to Ponticelli here on the left hand side. Will cross, now he passes back to Haynes, and what will Haynes do then? He passes the ball inside in the pitch, but getting intercepted, and the ball up to Titterius, and he to a goal for Hartlepool, and now the scoreline is 2-3 for Bassett versus Hartlepool. So very much not at all what we needed here. Unfortunately, we have Garrett O'Connor injured here as well, I see. And sorry again for that bounce, not at all what I wanted to do. And we'll take switch Luke Ray around and take O'Connor off here and put Iverson in. And what more should we do here? So we'll take Cole Stewart in instead of the Haviland. We'll also play Akinola instead of Jordan, just due to that those players are very tired, and hopefully we will not need to do any more substitutions or things like that due to an injury or anything special like that, basically. And I will need to start to shout here to show some passion, I guess. I will also move up our mentality to positive here, and it's actually up to very attacking now, since Hartlepool doing another goal there, and the scoreline now 2-4 for Bassett versus Hartlepool. A very fast goal there, and very poor marking there actually, and Tavares doing a mistake, I feel at least, and Tavares getting the blame for that goal, and Tavares is not a good player for us at all. He's been so mistake prone throughout the seasons we have played him, and not really too keen on playing him, but he's really our best, third best defender actually, no matter what, so can't do too much about that, at least not at the moment. And we do have a highlight going on here as I'm speaking, and we are now in the 70-minute mark, and it's again for Hartlepool, and they hit the top bar there, so almost 2-5 for Bassett versus Hartlepool, but not the case. And we'll see here. Can't shout again, unfortunately, and it's another goal for Hartlepool here, and the scoreline now 2-5, and a very good free kick there, and a very good header into goal by Reese. Yeah, very good stuff. And our keeper maybe could do better, but weren't really too bad. We'll shout here again, demand more. And next highlight here in the 88th minute, and we are quite badly pressed here by Hartlepool, but we managed to get that ball up, and Ponticelli putting it just wide there. It certainly seemed like a shot that were aimed, or not aimed, that were getting into goal there. It looked very much like it were going to hit the net. And now 2 minutes to go here of this match, and another counter-attack here for us. Oliver versus the keeper, and the keeper stays there, so probably the last chance that will happen in this match. And 30 seconds to go or so to the final whistle, and I thought that this were the highlight for that, and yes it is, but what a chance there for Hartlepool. Very nearly 2-6, and should maybe have been that. And the final whistle should be here now any seconds. Probably a little bit of extra time for that corner and so, but there it is. It's all over finally, and the scoreline 2-5 for Bassett versus Hartlepool after full time. Shots 10-19, shots on target 5-10, and possession 54-46%. So overall, really they put us to very much shame here, and overall our players and not really anything working out at all. Looking at our players, we have Barrett and basically our whole defense having a terrible game. Most of our players, or actually all our players, doing pretty well in the first half, but after full time, the goalkeeper and the whole defense were terrible, and also I guess sort of say our attackers as well. So yeah, definitely two pretty bleak games here, and not much at all to celebrate or be happy about. And after that match, we are now 6th in the league, 6 points off from the league leaders, and yeah, that's in disappointing collapse. That's certainly true. And anyway, that will be everything for this episode, so remember to smash that like button, and if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button as well, so you're not missing out on any of the new content that we bring to you daily here at Rawslowgaming. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.